Welcome back. In this video, we will go over these panels on the back end here, some of the bolts which we can recycle from the bolt we created earlier, and then the fan on the back. So we'll go back to my 3D software, and if we recall, we had already created a lot of these items earlier. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start off by copying this oops. Okay, and then I'm going to hide my reference. I want to start off by selecting the panels, and then also I want to select oops. Okay, and now I want to delete everything else, and I can now hide my, so now I have just these panels. I'm going to make them a yellow color or something just different so I can see. So now here we have a good start, and what we can do is first let's start off by removing that cut across the middle. We really didn't need that, and then I'm going to actually detach this. Let's call it fan. Okay, so now we're gonna hide the fan for now. And I'm going to detach this. Let's call it top panel. Okay. Lower panel. Okay, so now we have our top panel, our lower panel, and our fan. We all just created there. So I'm going to hide this. We'll just start off, well actually maybe we should have our top. So we want these to be pretty similar as far as the same kind of curvature on the corners. So I'm going to select both these. I'm just going to isolate them. Okay. And now what I want to do is I want to select all the corners here. Okay, sorry, that wasn't a very efficient way of selecting everything, but so in order to work on these at the same time, let's go ahead and just attach these two together. Right. Now, I want to select those corners. So just we select all those corners there. I'm going to start off by chamfering those. So doesn't have to quite be anything too large. I'm going to go to the quad chamfer with the 0.5 tension, and maybe put segments of 3. I think it looks pretty good. And actually, according to our reference, it looks like it might be a little bit less of a amount. So something like that looks pretty good. Okay. So now this edge on the top, you see, is still pretty hard right there, compared to these corners here. So let's go ahead and make these. So I'm going to select those edges. We're going to chamfer that, but we're going to chamfer it really slightly. So something maybe like that should be enough. Nothing too crazy. Okay. So now it looks like we have those ready to go. I want to I'm gonna put inset to both of these. So something just real small. And I want to collapse this down as well as this one. Okay. So now it looks like, let's go out of our shaded view, or our wireframe view, and just let's see how this looks here. Okay, it looks like it's pretty good. It's nice and tight to the machine itself, how we would want it. Perfect. And so now what we want to do is we want to create these bolts. As you can see here, we have 4 bolts on each side going just straight down. So what we're going to do is we're going to recycle this bolt here and put it right into this corner, and then go straight down this way. Then we'll just copy over here, just do a symmetry over to this side. We'll do the same thing, 4 down, symmetry to that side. So let's start off by going to selecting our back vent. We want to go to our element selection and just select just one of these. And holding shift, I'm going to just drag it out there. I'm going to make this a new object. So now we have our new bolt. Now let's call this what it is, bolts. Okay, now let's make sure that it is nice and tight to okay. Make sure it's nice and right up against there. Okay. Oops, I'm gonna go to my view there. And I just want this to be, I want to find kind of a nice, space, nothing too far to the inside. Okay, so now what I want to do, I just want to drag this down, maybe about 25%, and make 3 copies. So as you see here, this is not quite what we wanted, so I'm going to just again hold shift, drag it down, maybe a little bit more this time. Same about like that. Let's try this again. 3 copies, and that seems to be the magic distance there. So now I'm going to attach these to each other. Okay, so we have our bolt, so like so. I'm going to turn on our wireframe again, and we want to mirror, or we want to take these bolts, change their pivot point so that it snaps right to the middle there. Okay, so now we have that. We can do our symmetry. We want to go along the Y and flip it, and now I'm going to convert that to poly. So now we have our bolts made up, and we're just going to move this down. We know we want it to, let me go and cancel it real quick. Turn off snaps. I'm going to move this down. We want this to be in the same corner. Okay. So now I just want that one. Again, we'll select everything else, delete it. And so now we need to make 4 more, same process. So we're just going to try to find maybe about 25% down. Oops, I first need to go out of selection mode. And now I can go down about 25%. 3 copies of that. Not quite what we wanted, so maybe a little further down this time. And then 3 copies. Oops. Okay, so if you're having issues like I am, you can also just kind of eyeball it. You can do something like this. Okay. So now I do want to attach these together. Okay. And now I want to move that pivot point. I want to snap it right to the middle of this panel. And after I've done that, I can then do a symmetry on the y-axis again, and they'll flip over to this side. So now we have the equal bolts on either side. So I'm going to convert that down to little poly. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wrap up this video. I'm going to clean up a few things real quick. Let's start off by selecting this and detaching this panel. And then what we want to do is, let's see, okay. So now we want to attach this to the bolts there. And we can, so that's our title top panel. And we want to attach this panel to the bolts up here. And we can title this bottom panel. Okay, so now we have both those made up or ready to go. We can just make that our blue color we've been working with. Okay, so the next video, what we'll do is we will create that fan right in the back right here. And so we'll be doing that in the next video.